We landed in Ubud a couple of days ago, and honestly, it already feels like we've stepped into a completely different rhythm of life. The kind that makes you slow down and actually notice the world again. Every morning here starts with the scent of incense. Clouds of it drifting through doorways, temple shrines, little offerings on the sidewalk. It's sweet, earthy, and somehow makes you feel like everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. Ubud has this quiet pulse. It's not loud or demanding, but it's alive. There are layers to it. Ceremony, routine, devotion. Everything seems intentional. The rice paddies are where I come back to again and again. Something about the wide open green. It's like a space to breathe. A reminder to just be where you are. There's a lot I don't know yet, but I do know that something about this place feels right. Like maybe this is exactly where I'm meant to start. So part of the reason we also decided to come to Bali was because one of my friends was hosting a retreat, and she asked me to be the videographer in exchange for attending. I'd wanted to go to her retreat before, but I'd been in the middle of a film job and created a ton of excuses in my head as to why it wasn't possible for me to go. This year, I decided to say yes. The retreat was a lot. A whirlwind of energy, emotion, release. People cracking open in front of each other, laughing, crying, screaming, dancing, healing. I was there to film it all, to try and capture something real through the lens. But it was intense. I wanted to be present in both aspects, in filming it and in attending the workshops. I learned a lot about myself in that week, and I met some really incredible people. But in the stillness, I found myself questioning everything. Was I good enough? Did I really capture what it felt like, or did I miss it entirely? It's strange how in the most beautiful places, that voice still creeps in. The one that says, maybe you're not quite good enough. And just like that, we were off again. We had booked a trip to Gili Air in Lombok for my birthday. We are in the Gili Islands. We've been celebrating my 33rd birthday and we've been having such a lovely time. Turning 33, honestly, I feel like some people would say that it's too late to totally change your career. But with every birthday, I just kept seeing time go by. And I was continually saying, one day I want to do this, but not doing it. And yeah, I just feel really proud of myself that I've taken the leap this year. I think 33 is a really significant number, and to be honest, the timing's never really right. I was always waiting for a sign or something to happen. I suppose my boyfriend was that push. I think I needed someone to give me that push and encouragement, and I'm not going to lie, it's a lot easier doing it with someone. I think maybe that's what I was waiting for. I don't really want to admit that. But I think for me, doing it with someone else who's done this and having his support has really enabled me to step into it. That's not to say that you need a relationship or a partner to do this at all. Sometimes it's probably actually easier if you don't have that. But having some kind of support or friends or community that are cheering you on and are also doing it too, I've got friends at home who are so supportive and I speak to them all the time, but having a community of people who are also doing it too, that know what you're going through, the ups and downs, the doubts, it's really important. I don't know if I can establish that kind of community on here. That would be amazing. And find people who can all support each other, whether it's changing a career, moving abroad, or just solo traveling. I would love to support people going through that because from first-hand experience, I know how terrifying it is and the doubts that creep in. Obviously, the things that I might be posting on Instagram or social media make it look like I'm having the most wonderful time. And I am, but there's also all this fear and worry and doubt sort of mildly constantly in the background. And being able to talk to people about that is really important. Now that I'm here, I keep asking myself why I didn't do this sooner. I think I was waiting to feel more ready and more confident and more qualified, but I'm not sure that feeling will ever be fully realised. I think it's okay to learn along the way and make mistakes. You don't need everything in place. I think it's okay to not have it all figured out. 33 feels really different for me. Not because I have all the answers, but because I've started asking better questions. After all that movement, coming back to Ubud felt like returning back to my centre again. Not everything is figured out. I'm still looking for editing work and still finding my rhythm here. I don't know what's next yet, but for the first time, I'm okay with that.